whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani kani move that body. Kani kani move that body.
E ngā iwi nau mai hoke mai ki tēnei punua pāho. Te punua pāho Taringa e whakapāho atu nei i te ipurau i raro i ngā manaakitanga a te wānanga o te roa. Yeah, that was pretty good radio voice, eh?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at getting it down there.
It was like
a velvet voice of versatility.
Love songs till midnight.
And thank you for joining us at this hour. Anyway, te iwi anei māua ko te puaheiri. Kore tonu ana e Rākau nei o i wā māua nei hoki hoi anō. Ko māua tēnei ko te puaheiri e mihi ana kia koutou kia ngai Taringa.
Yeah!
Ia. Anei e tēnei punua pāho. We've had some good kōrero about this kaupapa that we're going to talk about. What's our kaupapa again? Kupu Whakaniko.
Kupu Whakaniko, yeah.
Wāhanga tuatoru, part 3. But before we get into Kupu Whakaniko, it's our kiwaha. And our kiwaha for today is Te He Mai.
Te He Mai.
Not Te He Mai.
Ah, kia ora.
Be a bit different if Te He Mai, but Te He Mai, which means can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Ah, kia ora. Ai.
Te is this is the negative te.
Kia ora.
So te with a macron over the e. So te, which means not.
Not.
Or can't, or won't, or cannot. Yeah, it depends on the context. But te he mai, can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
So te he mai. Eggs on toast or spaghetti, te he mai. Can't go wrong.
Te he mai.
Yep. Kiwi pies across the road, te he mai. Can't go wrong.
Te he mai. Taringa, te he mai.
Yeah, Taringa, te he mai.
Ja, pai.
Koina te kiwaha i tēnei rā. Engari, ko tā tātou kaupapa kōrero ko te Kupu Whakaniko, and this is wāhanga tuatoru, and previously in our Kupu Whakaniko, and we're in Kupu, by the way.
Kia ora.
And this is episode number 85.
85.
We're nearly at, is that Get Smart? Or
Yeah, is it?
was he 85? Or one more number to get smart.
To get smart.
Kia mōhio. Kia whakaputa mōhio. Anyway, maybe some of our listeners don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I used to like watching him.
Yeah, I used to like it.
Yeah.
No, he won't get...
Ding, 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 ding. Anyway, episode Wari Te Kau Māori, mai hoama, 85. And we're going to be talking about Kupu Whakaniko, or words to embellish. And Whakaniko means to embellish.
Embellish, aye.
Particularly in, well, not only formal speech making, but I think it's a Māori way, from Māori worldview, of saying something.
Aye.
It's figurative language.
Figurative, aye.
Metaphors.
Kia ora.
And previously we've done Manu.
Kia ora.
If you want to go back and listen to that. And we've also done Kupu Whakaniko from the ocean, from the moana.
Aye.
I think we talked about the types of seas in regards to what they mean, like for emotions and things like that.
Yeah, we did.
And
a
also,
lot
I think we covered some fish too.
some fish, we started getting into,
But today we're going to be talking about Rākau. Rākau i roto i te ngahere.
I roto i te ngahere. Well, innuendo tonu tēnā.
Yes, well.
Is your Rākau in the ngahere?
Have we got a ngahere? Anyway, te he mai. Well, actually, ko he ke atu.
Ko nā wai.
Ana ko nā kupu e whai ake nei e tahi Kupu Whakaniko that you can use in your conversation, and I actually promote using Kupu Whakaniko in everyday conversation.
Aye, yeah.
Yes, you will hear a lot of it in karanga whai kōrero, and you can find examples, lots of examples of Kupu Whakaniko in mō tētea. But you can use Kupu Whakaniko in everyday language.
Ka pai, yeah.
And I'm going to start with one, and it'll lead us into one of the common ones that is used quite a lot. But this one is tōtara māmore.
Tōtara māmore.
He tōtara māmore. Ko te tōtara māmore, he tangata kāre whai uri.
Kia ora.
Ai, ko te māmore, he Rākau kāre o na peka.
Ai.
Engari, he rangatira.
Ai.
He rangatira kāre whai uri.
Kāre whai uri. Kia ora.
Tōtara māmore refers to a person was a metaphor for a person, so it's a branchless tōtara.
Kia ora.
And a tōtara refers to a rangatira
Ai.
who has no children, hasn't got any uri, he
Kia ora.
tōtara māmore, for all sorts of reasons. And ko tētahi kupu whakarite āhua rite ki te tōtara māmore, another kupu whakaniko like tōtara māmore as whare ngaro.
Whare ngaro, kia ora.
Yeah, it's a bit more, whare ngaro is when a whole, I guess, line is lost.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a bit different to a tōtara māmore.
Hei kupu anō tēnā mo te wahine kua, e ataua kupura, ko hei te
He
whakatū
whare, he whare anō tērā, he whare pā, he whare...
Yeah, ko Baron K, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ware au,
Ai.
he anō tērā.
Hau hoki.
So tōtara māmore and, yeah, so we'll stick with the tōtara for now.
Yeah, tōtara, yeah, you have the obvious ones like the well-known ones, tōtara haimata.
Tōtara haimata.
Tōtara haimata. He,
So that is a, what would you call that? A tall, prestigious tōtara.
Ai.
But this is for a rangatira.
And you hear them in Poroporo ake, he tōtara haimata ko hinga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I te wao nui. Ai.
Even sometimes tōtara, he tōtara, taku wao tōtara.
Taku wao tōtara, ai, kia ora.
Yeah. Taku wao tōtara kua turakina e te mate.
A tura kine te, ai, kia ora.
So you're saying that my tōtara forest that has been felled
Ai,
by death.
ai.
So
Me he reanga ko hinga.
could be a group of people,
Aye.
or it could be one person. The loss is so great, it's
so
like
great.
a tōtara forest
Kia ora.
that's been chopped down. We've also got tōtara whakahai.
Tōtara whakahai, kia ora.
Again, a rangatira, but a type of rangatira that would make other people envious.
Aye.
Because they want to be like him.
Ai. So you had kāka tarahai.
Yep.
And you have, tōtara whakahai.
Tōtara whakahai. Right? And of course, again, we hear in our farewells to the dead, the departed, he tōtara I te wao tapunui a tāne kua hinga.
Ko hinga.
Great tōtara in the forest of Tāne has fallen.
Why do you think tōtara was used so much? Or is it those own... I mean, yeah, there are other, but why do you think tōtara? Is it just because of its, the way it grows and its many uses?
Yeah,
Ko
it was
rangatira,
a coveted
Coveted, ai.
tree, Rākau, for its uses for canoe building
Ai,
and for carving.
kia ora.
And that was one of the preferred Rākau to carve with was tōtara. So koina tētahi o nā take, e me nei te tōtara. And again, in the episode where we were talking about Rahui and Tapu, rangatira would claim tōtara in the forest as theirs and they would be used for something in a particular time.
Ai, kia ora, yeah. I was told this and I want to find out. It's not that I'm negating what one of my kaumātua said. It was that tōtara was also used because it was a well-known rākau that was growing throughout Aotearoa. Like you could use that as he kupu whakarite ki ngā wāhi katoa Aotearoa. Now, I'm not sure if what's it like down South Island, if there's tōtara down there. But that was one thing I was told.
Oh, kia ora.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, pai.
Well, it does make you wonder though, because when you think of the trees and their size and girth, I mean, you can't go past the kauri.
Ai.
But tōtara is the kupu that is used the most.
The most, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that, why not the kauri, why not, some other, There's also another one, and I liked how one of my friends used it, ke uru kahikatea.
Yeah.
It was the best way I've heard it. And you were talking about using kupu whakarite in everyday language. And I said, me haere koe ki ui mai, me haere au ki wā. And hei tāna kia tātou, kia mātou, me noho uri, hea no te kōrero?
Uru kahikatea.
Yeah, me noho uri kahikatea tātou. And I was like, che.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And
let's
then-
all stay together.
That's right. And the other thing too about kahikatea, they depend on one another.
Kia ora.
So in a kahikatea grove, the root system of the kahikatea grows together and they depend off each other, each tree.
Kia ora.
And they support one another. So that is the thinking behind that saying
Ka pai.
about the kahikatea.
Yeah, because they have quite the network of roots, they sort of grow above ground. If you're around Te Mutu or around this area, there's a good walk called Yarnley's Bush, ne? He kupu Māori mo taua wāhira.
Te puihi o Yardley.
Te puihi o Yardley.
Nā aua.
Te he mai te puihi o Yardley.
It's just it's a kahikatea stand. Yeah.
But if you want to see that, because another thing is, I believe,
I believe.
I believe. Is that we talk of all these kapu whakarite, but it's not until actually sometimes you experience, you know, where they live, or you get to touch and feel what these rākau are like, that you get to, and it just adds another dimension to when you use these kupu whakarite.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
you know, I think we talked about the tōrea in the episode about the moana.
Ai.
Ka whati te tai, ka pau te
Ka
tōrea.
pau te tōrea, ai.
Okay, you need to see the tōrea doing what it does
Aye.
at the beach.
Aye.
Hey, you know, we talk about the kāka and all. Have you seen a kāka?
Have you seen a kāka? Have you heard te tangi o te pipi wharauro?
Yeah. Do you even know what it sounds like?
Ai, or what it looks like, yeah.
You know, there's something that I brought up in our hui for the Tainui dictionary that we're doing. And, you know, we've got some sayings i roto i a Tainui nei about, in Manepoto talk about the wai ko wharawhara.
Kia ora.
How many of us would know what a ko wharawhara is?
Ai.
He hino, he māhoi, he patate.
Kia ora.
Who could go into the bush and say, that's a māhoi, that's a patate, that's a hino. So, yeah, that's another layer of ako that one should, well, I think in our journey to attain that higher mātauranga or māramatanga, I guess, is to, and have a relationship with the kupu that we use,
Kia ora.
whether they be whakatauki, kupu whakarite, is to actually, you know, go into an environment and see them.
And experience them, yeah.
Touch them.
Kia ora.
Me whakarongo pi kari.
So you talked about māhoi patete. Perhaps you can elaborate on that kōrero. So I think that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, that's a saying or a tongikura,
Kia ora.
which is a prophetic or spiritual saying uttered by, mostly now people refer to the sayings of Kingi Tāwhiao, but tongikura is a word that's tapu to us, to Tainui.
He whakaari tonu tēnā?
Yeah, e kupu whakaari.
Kupu whakaari,
E
ai.
kupu whakaari, yeah. And i roto i tana kōrero, he says, māko anō e hanga tōku nei whare ko nā pau o roto, he māhoi, he patate, he hino.
Kia ora.
He says, I'm going to build my own house and it will be made of, or the pillars will be made of māhoi, hino and patate. And those, you know, really those trees aren't, they're lesser trees in terms of, and for house building. They went Rākau that our tūpuna would choose to build with. Engari, my understanding is they are a sign of humility.
Kia ora.
Te tohu o te whakaiti, and it was also talking about him pooling or using the resources that were available to him at the time. Because when the raupatu happened, a lot of the nehe, the ngahere rānei, got cut down, burnt, you know, through the wars. Things got used, you know, the good timbers, the big trees and stuff. So yeah, and I think it's sort of like, think about the little people as well, who are the salt of the earth. Well, not the little people, but just the everyday person. So there's lots of layers to that kōrero.
Kia ora, yeah. I really like that because it is it. He rangatira tonu tēnā, ai, kei reira tonu te whakaiti, but also Tāwhiao was saying with what we have, we'll still rebuild our whare. You know, ngā pau o roto. Pai tonu tēnā kōrero. And I think because I've heard people use, he māhoi. And it's like, hey, you know, me rangahau, he ha tēnei te māhoi, he rai te mehe, rākau pai mo te hanga whare, you know, I
think, one that I want to talk about is that me and some of my, that I hear a lot of people using these days is e hara i te ti.
E hara i te ti, kia ora.
Yeah, which they've used for now as for YOLO. You only live once. Even though my understanding is you live every day and you only die once. Anyway, and e hara i te ti, and that's from the whakatauki, e hara i te ti e wana ake ano.
Kia ora.
So it's not like a tea that will sprout up again. So if you cut a cabbage tree, ti kouka, or ti whanake, if you cut it, it'll sprout from where you cut it. Yeah, so saying you're not a tea, you're not like the tea, e hara ko i te tea, e wana ake ano. So, you know, make the most of today in your life. E hara i te tea. But usually Tātere uses it when he's having kind of a big fat feed of something, him and Leon, and they'll be like, e hara i te tea.
E hara i te tea.
E hara i te tea, boy.
Boy.
So, koina tētahi o tēnei, o tēnei au huri nei.
Ki ei hoki au i mōhio i taua kōrero rā. He tea, hea te tea.
Well, I was lucky because my auntie, she liked eating tea kouka.
Wow.
Tea whanake. Yeah, highly overrated if you ask me.
If you ask me too.
Yeah, you have to, you know, it's got to be in the hangi for a bit, or you got to boil the hell out of it.
Boil the hell of it, and whatever's in the pot, it can take on that flavour.
Yeah.
But it has to be the third, I'm just while we're on prophetic sayings of Tāwhio, ko te kākaho,
Yes,
he kakaho, he kākaho rānei,
e kākaho.
kākaho. Pai tēnā.
Ki te kotai, te kākaho kāwhati, ki te kāpuia e kore
E
whati.
kore whati, pai tēnā.
Yeah. One kākaho will break, but when bound together, they will not break. You can't break them. So, united we stand, divided we fall.
Kia ora.
So, ki te kotai, te kākaho kāwhati, ki te kāpuia e kore whati.
Ka pai tēnā. Yeah, there you go. I have to remember those.
Yeah.
I know that. Hea tētahi ana kahikatea ka taia, o he kupu whakarite rānei mo te manu.
Yeah, iti rea, and that's from Noroto i a tūhoi.
Ai.
Iti rea, teitei kahikatea ka taia.
Kahikatea.
So even though you're but a small bird, iti rea, which is one of the small birds of the ngahere, and I think we refer to it as something else, te iti rea, te rea.
Oh, yeah.
Even
O
though
he
it's a small...
pitonga ki konei.
Kare mohio.
Yeah.
Engari he manu iti.
Ai.
But regardless of its size, it's still able to fly to the very top of the kahikatea.
Okay, ka pai.
Yeah. Any great deeds can be done by anybody.
By anybody,
Yeah,
kia ora.
overcome.
Talking about
Accomplished.
climbing, talking about getting to lofty heights. You talk about ngā puhi kai ore, ngā
Yes.
karamata o ngā te wao nui o te mātou rangapea. So to the great crowns of the trees.
Ai, koina. Yep.
Yeah. Because you start learning reo and kupu whakarite, my ones are my go-tos were Rākau. And it's like, you use a few kupu whakarite and then you can sort of, ngā manu e kai ana I te miro, kia taia te rātou ki ngā puhi kai ore o te mātauranga. Those are really good ones to learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the puhi kai ore is the treetops.
The treetops, yeah.
Yeah, so the canopy of the forest
Kia ora.
is the puhi kai ore.
Kia ora.
And then the top top part of the tree, or the crown of the tree,
crown.
is referred to as te kouru.
Te kouru.
Kouru o te kauru. Yeah, so, te whatanui, te rangatiro Ngāti Raukawa I tōna wā was referred to as he rāta kouru nui.
Kia ora. Rāta.
So rāta that had a big over-branching crown,
Kia ora.
meaning that he was a protector of many.
Ai.
He rāta kouru nui.
Ka pai tēnā. Brings us to rāta whakamarumaru.
Yeah, he rāta whakamarumaru.
Ai.
Yep.
Re te tonu ki taua awara o te...
Yeah, he whera anō, so a rāta where you can take shelter. So somebody who looks after you, who you get protection from,
Yep.
or who's known to protect people or look after people.
Ka pai.
He rāta whakamarumaru. And you could also refer to it use it to refer to a place where you find solace and
Ka pai.
sanctuary.
Yep.
Yeah, he rāta
He
whakamarumaru.
rāta whakamarumaru. Ka pai tēnā. Yeah. Hea te kākā taramea? He Rākau tēnā?
Ko te taramea he ota.
E ota.
E momo, e pēnei te wī, tētahi kraihe. So it's a grass,
Yep.
a spear grass. It's spear grass. Koina
Spear
te,
grass.
and I tangohia e nā tūpuna te pia o tawa ota rā, he
Yep.
kakara.
Ai, kakara.
Nō rātou.
Yeah. True.
Taku kati taramea.
Kati taramea, koina. Yeah.
So you have all those trees, plants, grasses that were used for perfume.
Kia ora.
And a kati taramea was a pouch that you would keep the taramea in,
Ai.
the taramea gum, and you'd wear it to give you a nice scent,
A nice scent,
fragrance.
Yep.
But there was quite some work into extracting the pia of the taramea. So yeah, it was reserved mostly for rangatira.
Ai.
So it's a term of endearment. Taku kati taramea, taku kati raukawa is the other one.
Ai.
Pona tarata is the other one.
Pona tarata.
Yeah, so
true.
ko te pona. Pona is the top part of the ipu, of the hue.
Ai.
And you cut off that top part, the kakau,
Ai.
and you use that as a container.
Kia
Turn it
ora.
upside down, and you'd fill it with the oil of the tarata.
Tarata.
And ko te tarata he rākau.
Ai.
I think ko te tarata he lemon wood.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's quite profuse around here. You'll see it growing. It's a favourite tree for in the garden.
Yep.
Again, they would extract the oils
Was it the,
from there, and they'd put them in the pona.
like a process of boil and straining, or like boiling, like
Well,
simmering and straining?
I'd be lying if I said I knew what they'd done.
Yeah, he give me noio ki tāku.
Yeah. but somehow they extracted the scent, the essence o taua Rākau rā te tarata. And that would be another, and then you got hei muki muki.
Ai, hei muki muki, ai.
Muki muki is a type of moss, and again it had a scent, a fragrance.
Ai.
Again, all those are terms of endearment.
Ai.
You could, say to your loved one or your child, mokopuna, or taku hei muki muki.
Taku hei mahi muki muki.
Taku kati taramea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I said that, mine would just go, I've got a headache tonight. Oi no. Te he mai te tiwi, oi no. What is the significance of raukawa?
Well, we are good smelling people.
So you wouldn't need raukawa?
That comes from the story about Mahinarangi and Tūrongo.
Kia ora.
And how she used the perfume of the raukawa plant or tree, and she, rubbed it on her body. And at night, in passing, Tūrongo would catch a whiff, and she would, bump into him, and he'd catch a whiff of Mahinarangi and wonder, who is this fine-smelling woman? Well, probably, first off, hoping that it was a woman he was. And then the story goes, after a few nights of this, he went around the pa in the morning and smelt her out.
Was he nosing around to go which one?
He was a nosy fella.
He was a nosy fella.
And found the Mahinarangi.
Yeah.
And the rest is history, and they copulated. And ka hapu a Mahinarangi ka hara mai hoki mā Tūrongo ki konei. And when the time was right, her people brought her up here to her home that Tūrongo had made for them. And she was hapu at the time. And when the baby was born, they named the baby Raukawa.
Che, kia ora.
Yeah, and interestingly, down around where Mahinarangi lived, at Kahotea there, Te Aute, there's a mountain there called Raukawa.
Called, oh, wow.
Yeah, no reira.
So e kore kahore I tupu pai te Rākau ki reira, ne?
Ai.
Aho koko more aini.
And again, I te kōrero rātawa mo te, mo ngā Rākau, he wā tōna me mohe o te tangata ki awa Rākau.
Kia ora.
And the same in our iwi, there's not many people in Ngāti Raukawa that have smelt Raukawa.
Ai.
And that has seen a Raukawa plant physically and touched one, or would know what one looks like.
Ka pai.
And we're lucky at our marae o Te Reo, we've got a few there growing.
He's able to use it as part of the regalia for moto.
Yes. Yeah.
Kia ora.
The wāhine, ngā kaihaka wāhine, they don't wear feathers, they wear raukawa.
They wear raukawa,
in their hair.
And the boys have big noses.
They get to enjoy the scent.
The scent, yes.
And that's it. They don't do the other part of what happened.
The fragrance, nā te mehe e uri.
Ko te kakara, ka mātua I tēnā.
Ka mātua I tēnā, te he mai te kakara.
Ana. Nō reira, koira te raukawa.
Ai, pai te raukawa. Kōrera no pai kia haunei no hauraki tonu, he au te āwhia.
Ai, te aute, he aute te āwhia.
He aute te āwhia. Te āwhia, yeah, pai tēnā. Talking about the maple leaf, ne?
Yeah, the mulberry tree.
Maple leaf. Kia ora,
yes, wrong country.
Wrong country, wrong syrup.
Yep. The mulberry tree.
Mulberry tree, ai.
Yeah, more commonly known for its, or ko te aute, kia tātou ki te Māori, ko te tapa.
Tapa, ai.
Yeah, so aute is our kupu for tapa.
Kia ora.
That our whanaunga from Te Moana Nui a Kiwa use profusely to make mats and garments and things from Hawaii to Samoa to Tonga to Fiji to Tahiti. They use tapa, and that's the word they use, tapa, and our word is aute.
Aute, kia ora.
And I think same process, beat the bark out into a paper thin material that they would use to make their mats and things, and they would adorn.
Kia ora.
But I think we brought that Rākau here from Hawaii and it didn't grow. Yeah,
its climate wasn't suitable for, the climate wasn't suitable for its.
Be interesting, there might be some up north. Well, it's a bit warmer up there.
Yeah, and I know there, even in Te Aute today, there's still one there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's right by Tāne Nui a Rangi, ta whare.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, geez, I hope I got that whare name right. Oh, no. Whakatangata kia kaha.
But that kōrero is about the Aute, that Hauraki being a peaceful place, something like that.
Well, from Yaiki a koro, korohere ngā pō, nana ki ake nei. He tohu tēnā. If it was wavering in the wind, he raru kei te haere, he ope tau e takahi ana i te whenua. And at times their tohu was, sometimes it'd be windy, and if the aute wasn't flapping in the wind, it was showing that there was he tohu pai mo te haukainga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't take much for it to flap in the wind, though. Korohere, come on.
Korohere. Yeah.
Because it's pretty light.
Yeah, it's very, yeah. So I think that's why if it wasn't flailing in the wind, he tohu pai.
I remember tētahi o nā koraua, no Te Arawa, he referred to paper as aute. He didn't use paper, the word paper. He referred to paper as aute.
Wow, he momo aute tonu. Ko hanga ki te
So koe rā.
Rākau. Yeah, but aute, man, if we can, be choice to bring that back, because kei whakaaro hoki anō tātou no te moana nui a ki ana he taua mahira.
Yeah.
Engari no maira no e nā mahinga.
Tētahi kupu whakarite pai ki au is the marrying of an object and the tree of which it's made out of.
Ka pai.
Is he amo tītoki.
Amo tītoki, ka
He
pai.
amo tītoki. So amo was a platform or stage that you'd use to carry people, or amo means to carry on your shoulder.
Ai.
And tītoki is a type of tree, and it's got quite a sturdy, hard wood.
Kia ora.
So amo tītoki refers to somebody who's refers to the strength of a person for carrying particular kaupapa
Ai.
on their shoulders.
I've used it in senses aku te amo tītoki, my support structures, ka tūte,
Hey, pai tērā.
Pai, yeah.
Te amo tītoki.
Yeah, pai tonu tēnā. Amo tītoki, hea atu.
Well, you've got, back to tōtara again, ka haere te tōtara haimata, ka noho te pukatea wainui. Pukatea wainui. And that's from a whakatauki, and the pukatea wainui refers to the tōtara travels and the pukatea doesn't. It stays, refers to the kaumātua that stay at home.
Oh, che.
Yeah.
How no, Pukatea
wainui.
Pukatea wainui. What's the kōrero about a tree that stands alone, it stands outside of the...
Well, I know he manuka tūtahi, but...
Oh, he manuka tūtahi.
Yeah. No mātātua, that was the famed manuka that mātātua was tied to at the mouth of Whakatāne.
Oh, kia ora. Yeah, etahi mo te manuka, manuka kawe ake.
Yes.
He manuka takoto kawe ake.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ko takoto te manuka.
Ko takoto te manuka.
Ai.
So the challenge has been issued, has been laid. Manuka takoto, kawe ake, is another rendering of that saying. So when a challenge is before you, pick up that manuka, and of course it's referring to the manuka that is laid in the ritual of the matataki.
The matataki,
or, the challenge, the formal challenge before entering a marae at one time.
Ai.
So that's, and you could say, so ko takoto te manuka.
Ai.
So the challenge has been issued.
Yeah. Pai tēnā.
Can you deliver?
Can you pick it up? Can you take it up? Can you take up this challenge? Yeah. Hea etahi mo te kauri?
He kauri. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Me neither.
You should know one.
I should know
there's heaps
one.
of kauri up north.
Yeah.
Hei ranga hau mātāua.
Ai, pai.
Ai.
Yeah, aini pēr kei au koutou hoki etahi kōrero.
Tērā pēr.
Te kauri. Ai. Pūriri. Ko ngā pūriri, ka kata ngā pūriri. There's a few layers
mai.
O taia mai, there's a few layers of that. But mā koutou anō pēr tēnei e rangahau.
Well, one I've heard about in today's context is he waiwai Rākau.
Kia ora, waiwai Rākau. Yeah.
And that's a fast driver.
Ai. Oh, kia ora.
Yeah. Someone who's got a straight leg, pretty much saying got a straight leg on the accelerator.
Kia ora. Tūwhare toa waiwai Rākau, eh?
Yeah.
Ka pai, yeah.
Well, he rere ke tērā.
Ai.
Yeah, but Timothy uses that all the time. Oh, he waiwai Rākau tō, meaning are you a fast driver? Yeah.
Pai tēnā.
Hea no etahi, te Rākau.
Peha te paina.
Oh, God. I don't know any... that's a good... I don't know of any kupu whakarite that utilise or that uses trees that have been introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know one called for sickness is he taru tawhiti.
Oh, yep.
Don't get that mixed up with taru kino.
Ai.
Taru tawhiti is a weed from afar.
Kia ora.
Can refer to a sickness that's been introduced.
Ai. Ka pai.
Yeah. Another one, when we're back to kahika, is taru, he taru kahika.
Taru kahika.
It's about a rain, light rain.
Oh,
Taru kahika. What else? We're on trees. Parts of the tree, he ahi tawa.
He ahi tawa, yeah.
So a fire made with tawa fired wood is noisy.
Yep.
So ahi tawa talks about chattering.
Chattering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kei te kata pia tau.
Yeah.
Hea etahi mo te puhutu kawa. I enei rā, mo te kirihi me te he tohu, mo te wā, engari he kupu whakarite, no tā uki pia o te...
I don't know any about the puhutikawa. Other than when the puhutikawa e pua ana te puhutikawa, then e pai ana ngā kina, nira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ko mauka te kina.
And then there's, the kōrero from Rangia about puhutikawa, te whetū puhutikawa and its relationship to te puhutikawa i te rerenga wairua.
Kia ora.
Engari he kōrero anō tērā.
Ai. Yeah.
Talking about mate again, it is a tree, is talking about te pare kawakawa.
Pare kawakawa, kia ora.
So the wreath of kawakawa that one wears or would wear in times of mourning.
Ai.
And you hear that used in speech making.
Kia ora.
Kua tau te pare kawakawa ki runga o...
Ai, ki runga o tēnā marae o tēnā whānau.
Marae o tērā maunga.
Tērā maunga, kia ora.
Yeah, talking about the iwi mourning the loss of someone.
Ai.
Them.
Yeah, we have a shrub or a plant they use and it's called he waiwai koukou.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. He waiwai koukou, the legs of a moorpork. But it's a thin leaf and they use it for taua or parekawaga or taua. Yeah, he waiwai koukou. And the plant, they call it koukou, but they also called koukou is known as the ruru and the waiwai koukou because it's carrying the messenger, the messenger of mate. So you wear that, and that's what you wear at some tangihanga, because there are places where they don't use the kawakawa. Nā te mea he kai ki a rātou, he rongoa rānei ki a rātou.
Well, I think every tree is a rongoa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Every single tree was used.
Yeah, kia ora.
Really.
Yeah.
So, well, that's a good wānanga to have about that.
Have we done rongoa?
No. And we will need an expert.
We'll need, yep. So it'll be heaps of ums.
Yeah.
Heaps of diclofenac.
Well, another kōrero about the kawakawa, totally different context. He urunga kōhatu he moingarau kawakawa.
Kia ora.
So a stone for a pillow and kawakawa for your bed. That's talking about someone that's, copulated out of wedlock.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He urunga kōhatu he moingarau kawakawa.
Ea te ngako o te urunga kōhatu.
Urunga kōhatu?
Ai.
You haven't laid upon the mat in the house.
Yeah.
So stone was your pillow.
Kia ora.
And that isn't a lyric out of one of Bob's songs either.
Ai.
So you slept around on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Stone is, yeah.
He urunga kōhatu he moingarau kawakawa.
Rau kawakawa. Rau kawakawa. Kia ora. Che, that's a cool one.
E ahira rauwhe.
Ahira rauwhe.
Yeah. So a fire made of bracken.
Bracken. Kia ora.
Yeah. Which is, there's a few contexts to that one. He ahira rauwhe. And if you've made a fire out of rauwhe or bracken, you pile the bracken on and then it burns, quite brightly and whoosh, and then it dies out and you have to put more bracken on.
Aye.
So that talks about somebody's personality.
Kia ora.
It can talk about somebody who is really into something one minute and then the next minute, their fire dies and they're not into it at all.
He ringa whiti mō tētahi rā.
Yeah. Or it can talk about also how someone's personality changes.
Ai.
How hira rauwhe tērā.
Ai. O te ahoatanga
or their attitude.
O tōna riri, like,
yep.
They can blow their top for a second and then,
Yeah, so he ahira rauwhe.
Rā rauwhe, pai tēnā. Bracken, yes.
And there's all sorts of, I think when we talk about Rākau, we've talked about the taramea and it's not just the Rākau, it's the parts of,
yes.
We talked about the amo tītoki, one I know, he karaka māua.
Karaka māua,
So a lot of karaka trees grow next to water.
Yep.
And when the karaka drops into the water, they float.
Kia ora.
But if the karaka is, me kua māua te karaka, if it's overripe, it'll actually sink.
Kia ora.
Or if it's being cooked. So that refers to somebody who can't swim.
Oh, kia ora.
Yeah, karaka mawa.
Pai tēnā.
And what's another different one? I refer to Leon because Leon likes to sleep. Or he tohe taka tēnā.
Tohe taka.
He tohe taka. Ko te tohe taka, he puti he dandelion.
Oh, nera.
Ki te tiro koe ki ko te tohe taka Māori tēnei.
Ai.
If you look at the puti nei te tohe taka, in the morning, the other trees, the other plants, they sort of start waking up when the sun comes up, but the dandelion takes a bit longer
Kia ora.
before the dandelion sort of rises, you know, and then sort of, you know, ka manahua mai. So yeah, ko te tohe taka, he kupu whakarite mō tētahi.
Ka hea taua kupu, manu he.
Ka
manahua. Manahua mai.
yeah.
Manahua mai. Ai, kia ora.
Ka puaka hoki.
Puaka. Ai.
When the flower opens up.
Pai tēnā.
Yeah, ka puaka mai. So there's all sorts of, you know, we got all sorts of plants and trees and grasses and moss and things like that that our tupuna use.
And it's just another example of how connected our tupuna were and how some people still are to their natural surroundings or to our natural...
Well, you know, to be honest, it's only through these kupu that we, tātou, are conscious of the world that our tupuna lived in. And that's why our reo was important to us. You know, we see through the eyes of our tupuna the world they lived in. And, you know, there's a kōrero out there. Do these whakatauki, do these kupu whakaniko, do they still hold, you know, are they still pertinent to us in this day and age? Yes, they are.
I think so, very much so.
Absolutely. You know, we might not live in the whareponga and we live in the ngahere. But regardless, this language, that tō tātou reo Māori, me ona kupu, me ona whakamara mai roto, whai pānga nui, tonu ana ki a tātou.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
Nā te mere, kei reira tonu te pūtai ao.
That's right.
Kau e tātari mo te pūtai ao Pākehā nei.
Yeah.
You know, ki te mōhio koe ki tō ake ao, pūtai ao.
Tō rātou pūtai ao, and, you know, carried within these kupu whakarite and kupu whakaniko are their feelings, o rātou karearoto, o rātou whakaro,
Kia ora.
their thoughts, me tō rātou māramatanga and their knowing
Kia ora.
of the world that they lived in. And, you know, I roto tonu e rāhuatanga I a tātou I tēnei wā.
Yeah, so if you're looking for some solace or whatever, it's in those kupu whakarite.
Koe nā hoki.
Yeah.
Don't be tōtara wāhirua.
Don't be tōtara wāhirua.
Come back to tōtara again.
Yeah.
You know, tōtara wāhirua is when you're divided or people are divided. And it's a big problem. You know, and division is a problem. But if we pulled that apart again, te rā kōrero he tōtara wāhirua, why is that such a big problem? Well, a lot of work went into getting that tōtara from the forest
Kia ora.
to the seashore or wherever it was going to be made into a whare or waka or what have you. So they would have had to go out into the ngahere, find the suitable tōtara, commit the appropriate rituals and things to do with that. Then they'd have to fell the tree. You know, they didn't have chainsaws and things, so that was a big job.
Or bullocks or diggers or whatever.
Yeah, and then they'd have to drag it by hand, you know, or pull it using, you know, rollers and things.
Skids
but nonetheless, it was still a big task to get that tōtara to where... Now, if that tōtara was to split, you wouldn't be able to use it for a tāhuhu or whatever. So, yeah, that was a big problem. So that's why that kupu tōtara wāhirua, ki te ki tētai kei te tōtara wāhirua rātou, they're in two minds or they're split like a tōtara, then that's a big problem.
And I can see that, for instance, say if you have two crews or a crew working on it, and one side is going, no, pull it this way, no, pull it that way, and they pull that way, ka wāwāhi te tōtara. Ka wāwāhirua te tōtara, ko, pai.
So koena e tahi o a māua kōrero kia koutou mo te kupu whakarite. And again, if I haven't referred to these books, Ngā Pepehea, Ngā Tupuna, by Neil Grove and Dr. Hirini Mokomead. Also Māori Proverbs by Timoti Karetu, published by Reed. And again, the Ngā Mō Tētea series, done by Apirana Ngata and Pei Te Huri Nui, to go through some of those Mō Tētea. And there's lots of kupu whakarite in there, kupu whakaniko in there.
Te he mai hoki te kūkara.
Te he mai hoki te kūkara. But really, e te iwi, you can't a lot of the whakamārama ne don't provide all the contexts that you can use those
Kia ora.
kupu whakarite, kupu whakaniko in. You can't beat listening to us on Taringa. But this is a taster. But the best thing is really to, on your Te Reo journey, is to, when you're listening to te kai or te karere, and you can hear a lot of these kupu being used, going to hui, e tai ona hui me nā kaupapa Māori, and you'll hear these in the whai kōrero, in the karanga, and likewise. So, koe nā māua kōrero kia koutou.
Pēra hoki te kōrero a Timothy, e whakamahi ana e tētahi kupu whakarite no tā uki, mo ngā mahi o mōhua nei. You know, wai Rākau, for a heavy foot.
Yes.
So, you know, it should be encouraging for all of us is to use them within the proper context. These kupu whakarite mo ngā āhuatanga o e neira. So using what we can in our modern day. Just as we talked about tapu in our last episode, is that it has its relevance still today.
Yeah.
So, koina.
No reina, koa māua kōrero era. Kia kotahi atu I nānei ki te waiata o te wiki.
Te waiata o te wiki.
E nana I te waiata o te wiki, he momo Rākau anō tēnei.
Hea tēnei he.
And it can, you know, puti puti can be a puti puti or a puti puti. Hoi anō, whakarongo mai.
Whakarongo mai.
He puti puti koe I katoia. Hei piri ki te uma e te tau. He tau aroha koe ko ronga roa koro ngā ingara. Maku anora koe hei ata whai. Kei kina I te rā. Kia piri tanu mai. Hei puti puti pai katoia. He ahara e tohe tonu nei. Te aroha ki te hoki mai. He tau I karea e roto te pō te ao ngā rā katoa. He pai kia pono tō whakaro nui. Kei kina I te ao. Kia piri tanu mai. Hei puti puti pai katoia. Kia piri tanu mai. Hei puti puti pai katoia.
What a good puti puti that was.
Nice puti.
One of those old-time favourites.
Old-time favorites.
Greats.
Old-time greats.
To the tune of You're Just a Old Flower. Oh, you're just a flower from an old bouquet.
Oh, ne.
Yes. That's one of the many waiata that you would have heard at guitar parties. You won't hear it as much these days. Hoi anō. Rangahaua nā kupu I runga I te kūkara. You can find the kupu on Google. And mā te ahei te puti puti hei waiata mō nā kōrero o te Rākau. Again, any pātai regarding any kōrero today or any whakara that comes out, share it on our page on Pukamata.
Kia ora.
And do have a go at using some of those kupu whakaniko that we talked about today.
Yeah, so now you'd have manu.
You got manu, moana, and now Rākau.
Now Rākau. Ooh.
Yep. So you can start building your own kupu whakaniko list. Kia kā tātou katoa ki te kōrero Māori.
Te kōrero Māori.
Me tū I te tū a te urukahi katea.
Kia ora.
Kia rere ai te reo. I wainga nui a tātou katoa ko māua tēnei ko te puaheiri. Kia koe te kupu whakamutinga e hoa.
Tēnā koutou katoa.
Hei kona, mai rā.
Bit whakaronga, bit kari kari. Get the rope close, everybody, buddy. ki o Whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako Kōrero flowing out the hooker force Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds Kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te Kaupapa tino whakahira hira Whakarongo pi kari kari mai Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai We gotta gather up close everybody Gather up close everybody Kani move that body Kani move that body
Taringa, brought to you by Te Wānanga o Aotearoa. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.